and as they charge in towards turn 1, it is Marquez with the start he needed. He gets the whole shot.
Look at Lorenzo around the outside of everybody. Lorenzo's come from 10th. He's up the inside now. Cal Crutchlow at turn 2. Jorge Lorenzo, what a start. This is Lorenzo attacking. He is. He's getting up the inside of Marquez. That's going to be super, super tight. He's got the inside line, leans on Marquez. That's brilliant by Lorenzo.
And here comes Marc Marquez again. He didn't like that move. And here he comes. This is so quick. He can't get through though.
A breathtaking first lap by Jorge Lorenzo. He's come from 10th to lead here in Assen.
Here comes Marc Marquez. This has been his territory. Oh, what a move from Marquez. Look at the speed of Jorge Lorenzo through turn 6. Surely not into turn 7. I thought he was going to pull off some move there.
Lorenzo's having a move at turn 9 at the vault. That's brilliant by Jorge Lorenzo. He crashed there on Friday, did Jorge Lorenzo. Marquez tries to strike straight back, but Lorenzo's got the inside line going into Mandevane. Here comes Rossi at the tip of chicane on Marc Marquez. That was such a controversial moment between the two of them back in 2015. Rossi finds a way through up into second place, and Marc Marquez started this lap leading. He's been pushed back into third place, and Dovizioso now attacks Marc Marquez, and Dovizioso's got the inside line. That was really, really tight. Marquez stands firm.
Oh, a massive moment there! And how have they both stayed up? I think that somehow did Lorenzo miss a gear? Rossi clatters into the back of him. Lorenzo just seems to lose all sort of speed here. Rossi's closing up on him.
He lost the front. What a moment for Jorge Lorenzo. And look at that. Rossi coming under pressure. Rossi's wide. Yeah, he was wide. He just got a fraction too hot there. And Marc Marquez, he needs no second invitation. Oh, Dovizioso, that's brilliantly on the inside of Marc Marquez. We've got a Ducati 1-2 now here in Assen. Marquez is absolutely awesome at the Struben.
Alex Rins up the inside. There's a bit wide there from Marquez, and the Suzuki rider goes through.
Oh,
Marquez! How has he not gone down? Watch Marc Marquez on the throttle, a bit of a nudge, and he's down. And how does he do it time and time again? No further action taken after that.
Take it back.
Have it back, he says.
That's all about revenge, isn't it? That's Marc Marquez saying, well, whatever you do to me, mate, you can have it back and some.
Here he comes, up the inside, brilliantly done. Dovi loves overtaking there. That is brilliantly done. Coming in now to turn 15. Marc Marquez, that's brilliant and brave.
Jorge Lorenzo finds a way back through on Marc Marquez. He's got that inside line now coming through Mandevane.
Look at these two Yamahas, Rossi and Vinales big and brave around the outside of Rossi into turn 15.
Lorenzo then gets up the inside of his teammate. They run. Well, at least they're swapping the same paint, the two factory Ducatis. Dovizioso is going to have that inside line. He got the better drive coming out of Lorenzo at the final corner. Vinales now moves up on the inside of Marc Marquez. And here's Lorenzo again, finds his way through. He attacks Dovizioso, but he can't hold it through turn 2.
And again, it's like synchronised swimming. Miss, look at this. This has lit the eyes up of Maverick Vinales, and just as he thought he was onto something, Marc Marquez makes 2 moves in 1. Look at Maverick Vinales, a great move from Maverick. Swarming, massive moment for Maverick Vinales. Marquez leads into turn 1. Oh wow, they're side by side, not around the outside, surely not. No, there's no room there. No.
He's made a massive.
So it's Marquez, they both have, and Dovizioso and Rossi go through.
Valentino Rossi now, he's going to try and be close enough to Dovizioso to make his favoured overtake. Will he be close enough to get to Dovizioso on the brakes?
He is going to have a go up the inside, and Rossi leads here in Assen.
He leads for the first time, Valentino Rossi. It's a short-lived affair though. Dovizioso strikes straight back using the power of the Ducati. Marquez around the outside of the pair of them. He now leads. Where did that come from?
No one wants to give up. Here comes Vinales on Rossi.
Rossi, that's brilliant. That is awesome. Up the inside of Dovizioso. And Dovizioso has got through on Rossi. This is the worst possible scenario. Rossi's out wide. Rins has got him at the ram shot. Alex Rins is going to take second place surely.
Up the inside for Rossi. What a race this has been. Marc Marquez wins an absolute stunner here in Assen. What a last 3 laps.
The warm-up lap begins here in Malaysia then. We have got...
And I wanted to hear from Mick. Mick, what's it like to race here in these temperatures?
Well, Simon, you've done it. It's, you know, I think you've got to prepare yourself and you've got to prepare for cold, hot or whatever. So for me, it was never...
For Malaysian motorsport, a proud day for Hafiz Soren and his family and friends gathered here at the Sepang International Circuit.
Well, at the moment, Matt, the sun is shining, and 100
is 1 year ago when he started from 7th and finished in 4th place. And although he was penalised those 6 grid places yesterday, Marc Marquez still the top Honda on the grid, believe it or not.
There's Marc Marquez. He's just got Danny Pedrosa up alongside him at the moment. Rossi it is that still leads. Zarco is up behind him. We're now looking back at, Marquez and Danny Pedrosa touch.
Marquez versus Dovizioso. How many times have we said that over the last 18 months in the MotoGP World Championship? Marquez then brilliantly up the inside of Dovizioso on the brakes into turn number 9. Still Rossi though. I think that was him reacting to the Marquez mistake. Hafiz Soren, the good news for Malaysian fans, I was about to say, there was no jump start, so what a launcher, what an aggressive first lap from the home crowd.
Just avoiding action. Did he grab a handful of brake maybe? Who knows? But
You're right, guys. It's his reaction.
Yeah.
Like, automatically, you put a bit of input into the bars to avoid, but when you're on the edge of the tyre, it's enough to make it let go.
Non Andrea Dovizioso, that's a battle we've seen plenty of times before. He gets into the slipstream now. Further back, there's Rins, Petrucci, there is Bautista, Maverick Vinales, and in 11th place still, Hafiz.
The three in front of him at this stage of the race, in theory, should have the slightly better grip. That soft rear tyre would have got up to temperature a little bit quicker. They should have the extra grip right now in this phase of the race. Marquez, Zarco and Rossi. Season best 4th place, replacing the man we just saw on your screens, Jorge Lorenzo.
All over the tail, we're on board with Vinales, desperate to find a way past fellow Spaniard Bautista, but can...
Quite clearly, Maverick Vinales, Andrea Dovizioso and Marc Marquez. Valentino Rossi and Johan Zarco, though, are still making the early running here. Maverick Vinales has got so much work to Honda, and he thought, well, I've got to do something about it. And as Simon said, the input with his body through the handlebars, it just meant that he crashed out of contention. A real shame for Andrea Iannone. His teammate Alex Rins at the second, faster than Miller on the Almacman with Ducati. And you can see Miller's just fallen into the clutches of Andrea Dovizioso as well. So this hot early pace, Jack Miller struggling to run it. Dovizioso picks his pocket in the...
Carol Abraham, confirmation on your screen there. Rossi it is that leads. It's just under 4 tenths now. It's come down. Zarco has just started to reel in Valentino Rossi.
Oh, it's a mechanical, yeah. I was just about to say that. Petrucci also now proving a bit of an obstacle for Vinales, although he has just taken that 8th place, although Petrucci's just struck straight back, so there's a real good fight going on there between Petrucci and Vinales. And Marquez Rossi showdown again. That's going to be super tight between Pedrosa and Jack Miller, the pair of them leaning on each other. Danny Pedrosa then picks up another place. He goes up now into 5th place. Fasto has been tyre durability, managing the tyre wear. Tends to, in the final 5 or 6 laps, run out of rear grip as Valentino Rossi. Big load of wheel spinners, Dovizioso engaged in a real big fight. Claw it back with 14 laps in the corner left to go here in Malaysia.
Hafiz Siren is still in 11th place, and he's pretty comfortable there as well. Across the line for Rossi then. The 201 after Iannone's departure at turn 15. He's now got some clear air and a chance to close in on Danny Pedrosa, who's having a good ride here in 4th place.
Well, his bike was on fire in the pit lane. Marquez a fraction slower by a whisker, 201.147. Zarco a fraction slower than Marquez at 201.156. Just 200ths between that, just underlines how crucial those 4 DNS were for Andrea Dovizioso in Jerez, in Le Mans, in Barcelona, and 3 weeks ago in the Twin Rim Motegi, where his faint World Championship hopes were completely...
As you were into turn 15, under braking, Marc Marquez really is making